Rolling! Action!
Polish every fork again. Tonight we host not just a president, but Nvidia, Microsoft, and Blackstone. Seat them closer to the king than to the champagne.
Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, Chateau Lafite. And still I hear he wants cheeseburgers and Diet Coke.
The last time I saw the castle this nervous was when Beyoncé came through London. At least she didn't bring a hedge fund.
Shh. Remember, this isn't just supper. It's business dressed up in silver and crystal.
Everyone thinks I came here for pudding with the king. Wrong. I came with the best businessmen. Microsoft, Nvidia, Blackstone, the real lords of the empire. They'll invest billions here. Why? Because when Britain wins, America wins twice. They owe me, I owe them. It's perfect. And the mayor of London? Sad guy, always insulting me. But when you show up with 150 billion pounds, even mayors hide behind police barricades. This isn't dinner. It's a deal, and I always get the best deals.
Welcome to Past Cast, where politics meets history with a twist of satire. If you enjoy our take, hit like and subscribe so you never miss the next story. 150 billion pounds. That's the number Britain flashed like a lottery win. Microsoft, Nvidia, Blackstone, all pledging big. Why the UK? Because it's outside the EU's red tape, speaks English, and offers a royal banquet. Try getting that in Brussels. You'll just get free waffles. For the companies, London means soft regulations, easier visas for tech workers, and political clout. For Britain, it means jobs, headlines, and bragging rights. But while Silicon Valley gets the red carpet, British industries get the red face. Steel producers still face US tariffs. Farmers get little relief. And locals wonder why American firms get VIP treatment while their factories struggle. In the special relationship, Britain is special. Like the younger brother who gets toys, but never the car keys. There's another problem. AI doesn't run on tea and biscuits. It runs on electricity. Nvidia and Microsoft's data centers will guzzle power, but the UK already has sky-high energy prices. Imagine your Alexa fighting your kettle for grid space. To solve the problem? Nuclear energy. Britain's plan to power this digital dream without bowing to Russian gas. The EU can't ditch Moscow's pipelines. Britain's answer? Plug in the reactors and hope the lights stay on during the Zoom call. And critics ask, if all this infrastructure is American-owned, is Britain trading sovereignty for servers? Starmer says no. Skeptics say Britain just outsourced its brain. At Windsor, King Charles gave solemn words for Ukraine, a royal reminder that Britain still stands with Kiev. But here's the scoreboard. Britain has pledged around 15 billion pounds. The US? 6 times that. Britain sends weapons and money, not boots. Trump, meanwhile, says aid should be leverage for a deal. For him, every missile is just a coupon for negotiations. So Britain sends rifles, America sends conditions, Russia sends tanks, and Ukraine just wants peace. And when the king speaks, it's moving. But it's Starmer's treasury that writes the checks. Then comes the China twist. Trump calls China the enemy. But China's own state agency, Xinhua, reports he plans to visit Beijing in early 2026. Trump hasn't denied it. He just says, only if Xi invites him. And Xi? He badly wants that visit to show his people China and America are still on speaking terms, so they'll stop hoarding savings and start spending again. So is this news, or just Beijing's way of writing fan fiction? One day it's tariffs, next day it's tea in the Forbidden City. That's not foreign policy, that's speed dating. And for Britain, it's awkward. If Trump shakes hands with Xi tomorrow, where does that leave London's billion-pound pledges today? So quietly, the UK is ditching China's 5G Huawei out, Uncle Sam's 6G dream in. Buy why, as the tabloids put it. Because nothing says loyalty like swapping your internet provider to please Washington. But Trump didn't just stop at China. He brought up Afghanistan. Yes, Afghanistan. He says America should take back Bagram Air Base, the one abandoned in 2021. Why? Because, as Trump puts it, it's just an hour from China's nukes. So, in between cheeseburgers at Windsor, he's also pitching a U.S. comeback in Kabul. The Taliban says no. China says it's provocative. Britain says nothing. Because when your guest is serving 150 billion pounds, you don't ask about his travel plans to Kabul. And here's the subtext. Trump isn't just eyeing Kabul for fun. He hints it's about China's nuclear projects nearby. But more than strategy, it's symbolism. Telling the world there's no friendship here, and telling every fence-sitter from Seoul to Riyadh, pick a side. And across the channel, Brussels isn't smiling. EU leaders see the UK cozying up to Trump while dodging EU rules. They slapped tariffs on Chinese electric cars. Britain hasn't. They write 200-page rulebooks for AI. Britain offers light touch and royal selfies. European newspapers call it jealousy in plain sight. Britain grabs the banquet, Europe gets the leftovers. To the public, it feels like déjà vu. The UK leaving the EU, but still taking the spotlight. To Europe, the UK is the cousin who left the family WhatsApp group, then shows up at dinner with a new sugar daddy. London may call it special relationship. Brussels just calls it popcorn entertainment. And about that banquet guest list, one name missing was London's own mayor, Sadiq Khan. He's a Starmer ally, a loud Trump critic, and yet no seat at Windsor. Imagine your best friend throws a wedding, and you're stuck outside with the protesters. Outside the palaces, the real voices of London. 5,000 protesters chanting, "Trump, go home." Banners for Gaza, climate, capitalism, but also a small cluster of MAGA hats cheering. Overall mood? In London, some wore red MAGA hats, others wore red angry faces. Guess which group was bigger? So Britain got pageantry, promises, and plenty of protests. Trump got headlines and leverage. Was this a state visit, a business trip, or just another episode of The Apprentice? Royal edition, and America's casting call isn't done. Loyal partners wanted. Britain passed the audition. Poland might be next. After all, it once told China's foreign minister, "No, your train doesn't pass here." In geopolitics, that's like slamming the door on a salesman and earning yourself a NATO badge of honor. Because in the end, this isn't just diplomacy, it's casting, auditions, and eliminations. And the show doesn't stop until the world picks a side. Thank you for watching PastCast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.